Oh my God. Hey, I wasn't prepared for that. Welcome, everyone. Hope you're doing well. My name is RevTrev. That was hilarious. I'm like, why isn't this working? Welcome to Canucks. So glad that you're here. I'm glad that you showed up, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this later. Thank you for showing up, because guess what? The Vancouver Canucks did not show up tonight. They did not show up. That was terrible. I do passionate, realistic, honest Canucks content, and let's be honest, the Vancouver Canucks get owned on the road as Pittsburgh destroys Vancouver 5-1. 5-1. It was terrible. It was terrible. Now, we had a feeling that it might be tonight because of all the different lineup changes that we walk into this game. And I was supposed to go live about an hour and a half later than this. I'm just like, I'm not waiting for this. I had a slot here to do this, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just go live now. Let's just pull the plug right now and do it. And maybe I'm just gonna drown myself in Halloween candy. Let's do a Snickers. Okay, need a Snickers. Are you guys like me? My wife brings home Halloween candy, and she's like, I got a good deal on it. I'm like, honey, why do you buy this stuff early? And she goes, right, it was a good deal. I'm like, we're going to eat it all before giving it to the kids in Halloween. And you know what she said? We'll just buy some more. Every single year we do that. It's awesome. Don't get me wrong. It's like chocolate's great to eat, but I'm telling you right now, does anyone else do that? Like that? That's my question. Anyone else do that? Can you tell I don't really want to talk about the game tonight? That's how bad it was. It was terrible. Like, okay, this is my big summary of tonight. Garland scored on the Canucks' first shot, and I thought, hey, shoot the puck, Canucks, good things happen. And then you could have literally turned the game off. Yes, that's how bad and boring this game was. It was, if you missed the game tonight, just watch the first highlight. Garland scoring, turn it off. There was really nothing to watch. Oh my goodness. It was awful. It was awful. And so one of the reasons why is the injury bug update is that we are missing from tonight's game Hedl. Do you like how my voice went high? Hedl? Hedl, Leckermacki, Besser, Hoaglander's still out. I mean, it sounds like he's going to be out for a while still. And Forbert. All those guys are missing. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, okay, so I don't want to be I don't want to over dramatize this, but if you took out the second line center and I would say Besser's our best right winger, but Garland's on that top line right now. Okay, the second line, let's do second line right winger. So second line center, second line right winger, and wasn't Leckermacki playing on that left-hand side when they got injured? So that entire line is gone. Take out the second line of any team. See how they'll do. You know what I mean? Forbert can be replaced. Not that he still missed, but like think about taking out the second line on any team and see how they'll do. I mean, Edmonton still might be able to win because they just rely on McDavid, but unless they split up McDrysaddle and McDavid. But now Hedl at best is a great third line center, and a solid, like decent second line center. Okay, we know that he was having himself a good year, already hurt, and he's got to ask the big question: should I continue with this? Like, his health and safety, everyone, is at question. Like his future going forward, you've had too many hits. Now, I made a video about Hedl and Tom Wilson's hit on Hedl. I did an instant reaction one. I've had thousands of people comment, and everything is like, was it late or was it clean? And literally so many people saying it's late, but the NHL determined that it was clean and it was on time and it was a fair hit. Okay. And the more I watch it, the more I think, it was close. It was close. And it probably was fine. It's just that it sucks that it was Hedl. And, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I just think like it was, I used to watch all those Don Cherry Rock'em Sock'em videos, and I would love hits like that back in the day. So what changed? I was literally thinking, like, what's changed, Trev? Is it because it happened to my team? Is it because it happened to Hedl and he had an injury? Could be. I was just thinking we need more big hits in the game, and there he had a massive hit happen. So Hedl's out, and then this is the lineup, everyone. This is the lineup, okay? So this is what we went to Pittsburgh with. And everyone's like, we're still going to beat Pittsburgh. And I'm like, no. Just won 3 great home games, right? Or not home games, road games. 3 great road games we just won. And then you put this lineup out there. So DeBrusk, Pettersson, Garland, that's fine. Bain, Sasson, Carlson get promoted from the second line to the third, or sort of the third line to the second line. Kane, Ratu, Sherwood, that's a solid line. It's fine. Not great. Not terrible. O'Connor, Amon, and LeBate. LeBate gets called up, and that is such a cool story, right? That's such a cool story. What was the stat? Let me just see here. I took a screenshot of it. Okay, most days in between games played with the Canucks, 3,129 days since LeBate played for the Vancouver Canucks. That is crazy. What a story. Good to have him here. Good size. Defense looked pretty good. Hughes, Hronek, Marcus Pettersson, Myers, DPD, and Joseph makes an appearance tonight with Lankinen in goal. This lineup is not good enough. It's not good enough, everyone. If this is what they're going to play like, we might as well be tanking like Calgary, who, by the way, just in. I should remind you guys that Calgary is crap. They're totally crap right now. They're the worst team. Are they the worst team in the league? They've won a game, and they're still the worst team in the league. Like, they're the worst team in the Pacific for sure. If I just go to NHL standings, okay? And I'll just look, okay? Standings, okay? In the Western Conference, they have 2 points. They're tied with San Jose. San Jose is ahead of them. They got a game in hand, the Sharks do on the Flames. That they are literally the worst team in the NHL. Tanking for McKenna. That's what they're doing. And rightfully so. They should be doing that, okay? But this lineup right here, this is not the greatest one. And we need help. So the question mark is, how soon until the Canucks make a trade? I just made a video on this, okay? And help cannot come fast enough. Here's the problem I have. Now we're trading from a strength of weakness. I know they tried to get something done in the offseason, couldn't get done. What do you think they're going to be able to do in the season to try to salvage this season? Like, I don't think there's anyone coming to rescue this squad unless they make a blockbuster. And boy, would I be open to that at this stage. And you know me, I'm open to almost trading anybody off this roster at this stage. Not that they're all bad. I think Hughes is the only guy I would say is a non-negotiable. I like Demko too, but that's a big extension. But I want to keep Demko. I want to keep Sherwood. After that, on this roster right there, I don't know who else I would take. Honestly, I don't know who I'd take. So how soon until we get a trade, and who do we trade for? I suggested 3 people that we could trade for. You can go check out that video. It's the last one I just made. Yeah. So I think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be soon. I think we're going to see what happens. But if you look at this roster, this upcoming game schedules. So Thursday we play Vancouver's in Nashville at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And then Saturday we play the Montreal Canadiens at home. By the way, 4 o'clock start. So all of you people who are angry, you're angry at when Toronto comes down and we start at 4 o'clock. That's what they're doing with the Montreal game too. So what do you do with that, right? What do you do with that? So that's where we're at. That's where we're at, guys. This team is not getting healthy. Like maybe Besser comes back. I don't think Lecker-Mackey's going to be back. Forbert might be back. I think Joseph is just a fill-in guy at this stage. Mancini got sent down because I think comes down to contract. Comes out how much we're going to pay him. Yeah, help is not on the way. And so I'm worried about Thursday. I'm worried about Saturday. What are you guys? Are you worried? I just feel like I need to dive into some comments. I do want to talk about Pettersson. I do want to talk about Silovs. So let's do that. Okay. I'm going to close this off, and I'm going to talk about Silovs and Pettersson. This is the big question. Should have the Canucks traded Silovs? Should the Canucks, did they do the right thing by trading Silovs away, or did they do the wrong thing? He got revenge on us tonight, everyone. He played fantastic. It's not like we had a great game ourselves, but he was good enough. Let one goal in. You got to find ways to win these kind of games, and we didn't have good effort. So post in the comments, should have the Canucks traded Silovs. And then the next one is, you know that I'm doing this thing on EP40. I'm tracking how he's played every single game. I felt like tonight he was one of the few bright spots for this team. He had an assist on Garland's goal. It was a nice assist too. And then overall, I felt like he played well. I thought he was solid. I didn't see anything about his game where I'm like, he was fine. He was fine. I wouldn't say he was great. I don't know if I'd say he probably was good. That's I mean, you can post in the comments what you think, how you thought Pettersson played tonight. I mean, there was good effort by Hughes. There was good effort by Sherwood. There was good effort by the young guys. I always love watching that Abbey line, everyone. That Abbey line, the Calder Cup line. I love watching Baines, Sasson, and Carlson, but you're relying. You got them as your second line. It's because you're missing your whole second line, so they go from the third to I just think you gotta play them third line minutes and they can cook. Just saying. Okay, just a reminder. I'm gonna go to the promo and then I'm gonna go to your comments. Looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching, whether it's live or later. Thank you so much. Also, just a reminder, if you want one of the hats, my Kempner Canucks hats, I only have one white one left, and they're snapback, so you can get them. And I have one black one left, snapback. If you want it, email me at Kempner Canucks and then we'll go from there. Come on. This is a great way to support the channel, and even in a loss, you can still support the channel. that was such a bad game, though. I just like this part of my video so far. Oh, and we're going to get into Crosby talk. By the way, 5 road games update that we had. So we beat Dallas 5-3, beat Chicago 3-2 in shootouts. Washington, we win 4-3. And then we get smoked by Pittsburgh 5-1. Then we play Nashville. Hey, we're at 3-1 so far and still got one more game left. We'll see what happens. I said it would be nice if we got out of this 5-game road trip at 3-2. Never thought we were going to lose to Nashville and never thought we were going to lose to Pittsburgh, but that's definitely a possibility at this stage. And then the other question is this: where do you rank Crosby in the top 10 NHL players of all time? Because he just went up. He just went up, everyone. He went up. Crosby sets Penguins all-time points record in a win against the Canucks. And now, what is he, 7th overall? 7th overall. That's pretty impressive on the all-time list. You know that Crosby has had, is it 2 or 3 90-point consecutive seasons? Like, this guy is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And he's got 3 goals in 3 games. And now he's 7th all-time in the NHL. Where would you have him on that list? Okay. Going to dive into the promo. Then we're going to get into your comments. So glad you're here, everyone. Sorry, like I thought this was going to be a little bit more of a, like, I don't know. I just, like, you know what? I need to do this video. There's not a lot of positives to talk about tonight's game. Let's be honest. All right, I got more of these, but I think I'm just going to, oh, that was a Snickers. I think Mars is my favorite chocolate bar of all time. I don't know. What, you can post that in the comments too. We need something to talk about tonight, everyone. Okay, let's dive in. Callum, you can't win them all. Nope. Rod's here. Ducks got pasted. At least the Blue Jays. Let's go, Blue Jays. Blue Jays are in the World Series starting on Friday night. Justin can't win them all, but tonight was probably their worst effort of the season. I agree with that. They got worked by the Pens, 3rd and 4th lines most of the night. Yeah, and then Malkin was decent, and Crosby scored. So, but yeah, thanks so much for the hype, man. Appreciate you. Good to see you, just incredible. Murray, just a blip, no worries. I think there's lots to worry about personally. Like Briz says, we got served. It's true. We need Höglander for some energy. I don't think he's coming back anytime soon. We have him with EP40 and Garland. Yeah, Höglander, I don't know. That's he wants the speed, so he's putting Garland with EP40 right now. So Briz, that's interesting. So it'd be interesting. He's going to try everything. So, okay, yeah, the Canucks did the goalie Vancouver gave away, beat them bad. Yeah, there you go. Bias against Canucks as usual. Yeah. Canuck Tony's in the building. Good to see you. Govind, I like Hedl, but during that Tom Wilson, he has to keep his head up. There can't be admiring your past. Canucks need more toughness and another top 6 center, and that's not going to be easy to get. I agree. You're right. When Tom Wilson's out on the ice, you got to have your head on a swivel. That's just a fact. A lot of people said that. He was admiring his past, and he got laid out. So I don't wish bad on him, but yeah, it's you got, when he's out there, you got to be aware. Murray, you have to go with what you have. I mean, that's all we had, right? That's all we had. Maybe I should just put this up here just to have this up there as well. Okay. As we're doing comments. Govind says, I think the Canucks are trying to make trades, but they don't have the assets to make a big trade. And really, you got to trade Verlander, Mancini, DPD, Leckermacki, who you can't trade right now because he's injured. You got to trade one of those guys if you want something big. I think what we're going to try to do is just get some guy who can be like a third line center and call it a day, and it's still not going to be good enough. But Ryan says that we're due for a loss. I agree. Yeah. Shocker, Hedel got hurt. I know, but still, we were kind of hoping, right? We were hoping for a bounce back year, and we want the story to be good because, we want to cheer for him and all that stuff. Canuck Tony says we need 2 more to compete. We need 2 more top 6 guys to compete. I know. 2 more centers? Probably. Murray, okay, who are you going to get for a second center and how much? Nobody knows, and who's out there. I mean, that's the problem. So there's lots of conversation. What did I just read? I could just bring it up. I read something like, I think Canucks Army had something on this today. Let me just look at this. I know that they had Kadri. I talked about that in my video. The problem is he's 30. He's 35, making $7 million for the next 3 seasons. So I wouldn't say that that's that's ideal in any way. Okay. Okay, let's see what they have here. Canucks Army. Oh, they got all the stuff from the game tonight. Let's scroll. I some of these names, I was like, who? 7 immediately available center trade options for the Hedel Canucks. Okay, here we go. Who wrote this? Stefan Roget? Is that he said? Roget? Okay. Kadri from Calgary. Pajot from New York Islanders, 32-year-old centerman, 5'11", 180 pounds, making $5 million and AAV until 2026, pending UFA. Tommy Novak. I should just bring this up, actually. Might be easier. Tommy Novak, Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring this up. Let's stop sharing that. Let's bring this up. I'll give credit to these guys. These guys are awesome. Okay, we'll go back up here. Okay, so this is the 7 immediately available center trade options for the Hedel Canucks. And here's this was written on the 21st of October, which is today. And so you got Kadri, 35, 6 foot, 185, $7 million a year till 2029. Has 4 assists already. Calgary's tanking. They might do that. PG Pajot, New York Islanders, 32-year-old center, 5'11", 180 pounds, $5 million till 2026. He's got 3 points after 5 games. That was before tonight's game. Tommy Novak from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Didn't even notice him tonight. Center, 28 years old, 6'1", 190. 6'1", 190. Okay. 1 point. Doesn't sound great to me. He isn't exactly a household name. Nope, he's not. But he had a run of success in Nashville from his sophomore season. Okay. Lucas Reichel, Chicago Blackhawks, 23-year-old, 6 foot, 170 pound, 1.2 million AAV until 2026. He's got 3 points in 4 games, and just saying, hey, he's finally figured out, but someone has to sort of score for Chicago, he says. But he's got enough skill in his game to be an intriguing breakout candidate from the dreadful Blackhawk system. Okay. Detroit Red Wings, TJ. Not TJ. JT. We need another JT on the team. 30-year-old center, Comfer is here. 30-year-old, 6 foot, 191, 5.1 million till 2028. Yeah. Now here's someone we are quite sure the Red Wings want to get rid of. He scored as many as 52 points 3 seasons ago and isn't so old at 30 he couldn't mount to some sort of productive comeback. That sounds like a project. We don't need that. 30 years old. How many more years? 2 more years? Yeah, I don't know. Ross Colton from the Avalanche, 29-year-old, 6 foot, 194 center, 194 pound center. $4 million AAV until 2027, 12-team no trade clause. He's expressed a desire to be traded away from the Avalanche, specifically to play center, so maybe that's an option. Who knows? 1 goal, 1 point in 6 games. And then Adam Henrique. I do not think the Edmonton Oilers are looking to trade him, but for the right price, 35-year-old, 6 foot, 195 pound center. Man, guys, I don't know if we can't imagine the cap-strapped Oilers are happy paying him $3 million to occupy their 4th line. He's not going to be the answer in Vancouver, everyone. I'm just saying. Okay, so that was your. Oh, when I added that to stage? Oh, it actually did it perfectly. That's awesome. I forgot that I put the Canucks lineup. Canuck Tony says going to be hard to make trades. Release. Yeah, don't trade Sherwood. Cosmic. Don't forget Bluger. Oh yeah, I forgot about Bluger. Bluger, absolutely. I got to add that. Man, my goodness. How did I miss Bluger? Bluger. Okay. So, injury bug. Hedel, Leckermacki, Bluger, Besser, Höglander, and Forbert. Not good, guys. Not good. Don't trade blue chip prospects like Vilander for a Band-Aid. I agree. Could they bring back Hoots? No, they can't. He's in Seattle. I don't think you can bring him back. Maybe they can, but I just think at this stage he's not the answer. The goaltending isn't the problem. Silovs trade wasn't bad. I agree. The GM had the whole offseason to approve this Canucks forwards, and they barely did anything. He brought everyone back and brought back Kane, and got Kane. That's what we did. Yeah. Oh, man. That was a tough night. Tank the team, get the number 1 pick, then the Canucks would trade number 1 pick for old. Yeah, I think, that's pretty negative, to be honest. So I'm here for the therapy session. Yeah, right. It's depressing tonight, Russell. I'll be honest. I don't have the same umption for tonight. Can Sasson, Ratu, and Aman lead us to the cup? Steven, the answer is no. I do not think they can. Amazing how all the other teams are better except Calgary. What is the excuse? They're bad. There is no excuse. They're terrible. You have to look at who he's played with over the years. Govind, I have Gretzky, Mario, Crosby as my top 3 greatest NHL players of all time. Wow. Yeah, good. Hey, Crunchy or Score is your favorite? Okay, I'm not a Crunchy fan. I'll still eat it because it's chocolate. I would put that in like my bottom 100. But Score, good. That's a good one. I think that's good. Russell, Ratu was 56% in the faceoff dot. He had 10 faceoff wins. The Canucks as a team had 19, which means he won more than the rest of the team combined. That's a good one. Kane with a bad penalty to get the Penguins back into the game. Yeah, I know. I don't think there was much good to talk about the game, but I do appreciate that. Sensei Dean says too many penalties, got them on their back foot. I agree. Then they ended up chasing the play. Roy's here and says, I'm worried about the Canucks in the very short term. How should I feel about the next couple of months? Yeah, I know. Okay, everyone, just a reminder, and I know that I've been pretty down tonight, but I've told everyone that you need to buckle up, and it's going to be an up and down season. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. Now we're on a low. We're on a low. Okay, had a better 3 games than I thought we were going to have on the road, but then the 4th one, yikes. Lefty all around. Like I said earlier on another show, if you don't win the game, face-offs percentage by a certain player really don't matter. I mean, it does, because you want to have progress on your team. Like there's always things to be positive, but yeah, the W is the biggest thing, right? Canucks played hard tonight with a depleted lineup. I agree. Roy says, Rev, do you think that the young guns from Abbey are able to step up? I didn't see the game. How was EP40's effort? Talked about EP40 already. I thought he was one of the better players, to be honest. I'm very surprised that he did not play more minutes. That's a good point. Let me just look at that for a second. How many minutes did EP40 have? Box score. Canucks. Pettersson had almost 17 minutes. Garland almost played 20. Sherwood played 20 and a half. Yeah. I mean, we were losing 5-1, man. I don't know what. Yeah. It doesn't surprise me. It's fine. I don't think that Abbey guys can play second line minutes. Good evening, Mark. Good to see you. It was a train wreck for sure tonight. Justin, I'm sure the Flames would love to dump Kadri on us, something the Canucks would do too. Kadri's really good. He's dangerous out there, guys. He's an offensive player. If we got Kadri, that would be a guy that I would be like, you know what? But yeah, the Abbey line played hard and complement each other. They are good. No, I think they're a good third line lefty. You're giving them too little credit there. But maybe you're right. Maybe they're only a fourth liner. What are we going to trade for a second line center? Hronek? Well, I would do that. You don't want to break up the best D pairing the Canucks have ever had. Well, that's fair. Jason is in the Jason Chan. With Besser and Hedel gone, the Canucks were a lot weaker. Correct. How about someone who is a pending free agent like Nick Schmaltz? That's a good solid thought. That could be one. I'd say stay with what we have now. Still early in the season. Give young guns time. You got to be in the. I want us to make the playoffs. So if we're going to make the playoffs, then that's a different story. Adam Lee, good to see you. So the Canucks trade and get a second line center, and then what do we do? What we do? Does anybody think this team is anywhere close to winning meaningful playoff games or a championship? What's the point? Okay, Adam, that's the negative way to look at it. The positive way to look at it, in my opinion, is give them an opportunity to see what they can do. Get to the playoffs. How can we predict? Like getting to the playoffs right now with this roster, I think solid. I think that's solid. I think that's a win for us. Are we going to win the cup this year? No, we're not. But that's you build on it for next year. And I think next year, if you add the right pieces and you re-sign Hughes and all that kind of stuff and everything kind of goes your way, you're a contender next year. I know that sounds crazy after a game like tonight, but that's my idea. Jason says the Canucks have a lot of injured players. Hedel, Bluger, Höglander, Lecker-Mackey, etc. And a friend asked what happened to Besser. I assume it's a family reason. Many are disappointed in Kane. Listen, Brock Besser, I have no idea. Personal reason, I don't know. It's got to be some kind of, could be anything. Could be his own personal issues. It could be family related. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is. No one said anything, and I'm not trying to do that. So EP40 vanished tonight. Oh, really? I thought he was pretty good tonight. But you're right. You're entitled to have your own opinion on that one. Kelly says, nice set. Thank you. I know that you've bought in a couple of these as well. This is the dark one. This one, like, the problem is I don't have the like the Canuck blue, like this Blue Jays one. I don't have one of those colors. they don't, where I get my hats done, they don't have that Canuck color. So it's either this one for the Orca. This is my Bertuzzi jersey that I have. It goes perfectly with this. But that's why I decided to buy all those black ones, and then the white ones really stand out with the blue jersey. So that's pretty cool. Jay, do you think the Canucks consider signing Dylan Dubé? I don't think they will do that. I don't think he's going to move the needle for us. So, Adam Lee, thank God we got Evander Kane to give our penalty killers out on the ice. Out on the ice, game after game and game after game. Yeah, so he's taking bad penalties, is what you're saying. Yeah, I know that was the worry about him. There is no news on Besser that I've seen. I blame O'Connor's penalty for turning the whole game around, okay? I don't know if we could do that. The game was tied at that point. I don't think there was anything that you could have done to have won that game. You didn't get enough scoring opportunities. You didn't generate enough shots. No real quality chances. Guys, this was top to bottom not a great game. So I would not blame O'Connor for that at all. Jason, there is some buzz about the Canucks considering Fermenton and Dubé are the recent rumors. I've heard the Fermenton one, but maybe they do. I don't know. Do they want all the controversy with the Team Canada guys? I'm not sure. I don't think that's what the team's looking to do, but they might have to do something like that. EP40 did pretty good according to hockey stat cards. I like your jersey. I need to find that Naslin era one. Yeah, they're available, man. You can buy these on. Yeah, it's really nice. And look how the A. I don't know. Can you see it? The silver around the numbers, it like sparkles. I don't know if you can see that. I don't think you can. But the Naslin one is absolutely gorgeous as well. They do a Gino Ojic one. They also white skate and a Linden one as well. But these are the Naslin Bertuzzi come in this one. So I love it. It's one of my favorite jerseys I own. So, but you can get them. NHLshop.ca, lids.ca, fanatics.ca. There's lots of stores in the Vancouver area that sell these as well. So there's opportunities. But they go for $300. You can just find them on. Just wait till there's a sale. I think I got this one for $224 on sale for $224 on one of those sites. So Besser's personal life affects his play on ice. Not good. I mean, everyone's does, right? So that's the crazy part. Kelly, what if they're trading Besser in a package deal for a second line center? Hey. You know what? If that's the case, that means that we're getting something good. But that's a possibility. And I might add the same hockey IQ as well. Okay. You don't think he has Besser has good hockey IQ? 18. Oh, you're talking about Drew O'Connor. Okay. Yeah. So anyways. Okay. I got to run, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you being here. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate you spending the time to hang out. That was an awful game. Hopefully Thursday it's better. 5 p.m. start. Again, remember, everyone, 5 p.m. start. You've got, we're in Nashville. That'll be an awesome game to go to. I'd love to be there to go to that game. Then Saturday night, back at home against Montreal Canadiens. That's going to be a tough one. We'll see what happens. Everyone. And Lefty All Around is not saying nice things about Besser. Wow. Jason, last comment tonight. If the Canucks are trading a player like Besser, they need a very good center. It would be from a struggling team like Buffalo Islanders. Listen, I'm very open to that. Even though I love Brock Besser personally, I think he's a great person and I'm very, very glad. So, who will be in goal? Probably, I don't know. Like for Saturday, I think it's Demko. I could see Lankinen playing tomorrow night too, or Thursday night too. We did pretty good for slapping together Frankenstein Frankenstein's AHL Canucks. I don't think we did, but I don't think we can trade Kane for a second line center, Alex, but I'd be into that. Someone thinks that Demko is going to be a net. Will he be a net for Thursday's game against Nashville and Saturday's game against Montreal? That's possible. Read the comment properly, bud. Okay, I will. Sorry. Okay. Besser's personal life affects his play on the ice. Not good. Then you said, I might add the same hockey IQ as well. 18. Laughed out loud. Then I'm talking about number 18. Besser has above average hockey IQ. My apologies. I read it wrong. Okay. You don't have to yell. Stay calm. Listen, stay calm. Callum says Lankinen is going to want the net in Nashville game. Could be. Okay. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks so much for showing up, for being a part of this. I hope you have a fantastic night, and looking forward to Thursday's game. Hopefully we come out and play much better. Hopefully Anyways, let's keep believing in blue. I still think we're going to make the playoffs, and have a good night. Go Canucks, go.